There were days in human history when survival came down to minutes. No shelter, no warning, no second chances. If you were there, you wouldn't feel like the dominant species on Earth. You would feel small, exposed, replaceable. And on days like this, entire groups of humans simply disappeared. Around 3.8 million years ago, long before cities, before tools became reliable, before anything we would recognize as civilization, humans lived differently. We lived out in the open, scattered in small groups, across vast, unpredictable land. There were no permanent shelters, no safe zones, only movement and constant awareness. Every day began with the same question. Will we survive until nightfall? Because survival wasn't long-term. It was hourly. The day starts like many others. The air is still, warm. A small group moves slowly across the landscape, scanning the ground, searching for anything edible. Roots pulled from dry soil, insects, small animals. If they're lucky, nothing is guaranteed. Children stay close to the center of the group, not because it's safe, but because it's less dangerous. Every sound matters. A rustle in the grass, a distant call. These are not background noise. They are warnings. Then something shifts. At first, it's easy to ignore. The wind changes direction, a low pressure in the air, barely noticeable. But the animals notice. Birds vanish from the sky. Small creatures retreat into hiding. Even the silence feels wrong. This is the first signal. But early humans didn't understand signals like this. They didn't know what was coming. They only felt uneasy. The sky darkens, not gradually, but suddenly. Clouds gather with unnatural speed. The light fades into a dull grey. Wind begins to move across the land. Soft at first, then sharper, then relentless. Dust lifts into the air. Vision starts to blur. The group tightens, instinctively. But there is no plan, because there is nowhere to go. No caves, no structures, just exposure, and a storm that is about to decide everything. It hits without mercy. Wind slams into the group, forcing bodies off balance. Dust fills their lungs. Breathing becomes a struggle. Eyes shut tight against the debris. Children scream, but their voices are swallowed instantly. Branches snap violently. Something heavy crashes nearby. Someone falls. Another panics and runs. And just like that, the group begins to fracture. This is where survival changes. Not because of strength, not because of intelligence, but because of choices made under pressure. Do you stay close or follow the one who ran? Do you carry the injured or save yourself? There is no time to think, only to react. And most reactions are wrong. The storm reaches its peak. Rain crashes down violently. Cold replaces heat in seconds. Bodies begin to shake uncontrollably. The ground turns unstable, slick, dangerous. Any fire that once existed is gone. Food is lost. Direction is meaningless. At this point, you are not trying to win. You are not trying to adapt. You are simply trying not to die in the next few minutes. And then, it begins to fade. The wind weakens. The rain slows. The dust settles back to the ground. Silence returns. Slowly, carefully. But something is wrong. The group is smaller now, much smaller. Some are injured, barely able to stand. Others are missing entirely. Gone into the storm, never to return. There is no search, no rescue, because survival doesn't allow it. The group moves again, not because they are ready, but because they have no choice. We like to believe that humans were always meant to survive. That evolution led to us as the final result. But moments like this tell a different story. For millions of years, humans existed on a knife's edge. One storm, one mistake, one moment of bad luck, and everything ends. We survived this day, but most humans didn't survive days like it. And if history had shifted, then slightly, you wouldn't be here. Like and subscribe for more survival stories like this.